I I don't even know how to start this review today. I feel like the only thing worth talking is the Johnny Gargano Tomasso Ciampa match. It was so chaotic. It will go down as one of the greatest rivalries in the modern era for the WWE. And it was an hour long match. So much detail. I literally took 3 pages of notes during this whole match. And this is really the only match I want to talk about. This is the first time after watching a show that I did not know what I was going to say when I came on the air. When I came on, I really don't know what to say. I felt speechless. I was stunned. Absolutely stunned. Jaw to the ground. Watching the last 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes of this match. We're going to go over this match detail by detail and every little thing that happened in this match. I took everything. 3 pages of notes, folks. Here you go. Here's your proof. Another page and then a little bit right there. So 2.25 pages of notes. Before I start talking about the NXT review, you guys know what to do. Make sure you guys go check out the WrestleMania reviews for Night 1 and Night 2. The Monday Night Raw review I did this week. Dark Side of the Ring review. And last night's AEW Dynamite review, which started the TNT Championship Tournament. So go check out all of those videos right now on the Big Fight Field channel. We actually had a women's 6-woman ladder match before this. This was the first thing that started the show. It was Io Shirai, Tegan Nox, Chelsea Green, Mia Yim, Dakota Kai, and Candice LeRae. I really don't want to talk about this match. Speaking of, after what happened with Johnny and Ciampa, you want me to give you a short review of the match? Okay, here we go. It was a good ladder match, good spots. At the end, Io Shirai and Candice LeRae were on the top. Io Shirai knocked off Candice LeRae, and Io Shirai is the new #1 contender to the Women's Championship, and she's not beating Charlotte Flair because Charlotte Flair is not losing in her first title defense due to political WWE bullshit. Okay? There you go. There's your review for the women's ladder match. Now on to the final battle. Johnny Gargano versus Tomasso Ciampa. Oh boy. Buckle up your seatbelts. Get some popcorn, because I'm going to be talking about everything that happened in this match. Here we go. So, we see a video of Candice LeRae pulling up with Johnny Gargano. And before Johnny Gargano walks into his match, Candice LeRae hands Gargano a brown bag. Keep that in mind. She hands Gargano a brown bag. That comes into factor at the end of this match, so keep that in your mind. Triple H is sitting in the ring all by himself on a steel chair. In walks Gargano and Ciampa. And he says, when it's over, it's over. And when he walks through the door, the war is on. So Triple H walks out the door. Both guys come in. Ciampa kicks the chair out of the way, and him and Gargano start punching each other. The match is underway. Gargano misses a knee, and Ciampa Irish whips him over the top turnbuckle. Gargano goes for a second rope dive, and Ciampa gives him a knee right to the face. That was the first commercial. I took notes on how many commercials there was. We will talk about the commercials at the end of all of this. Ciampa starts stomping on Gargano, and then moments later, Gargano slams Ciampa's knee into the ring post. It was the knee that Ciampa had torn his ACL in 2017. Ciampa throws Gargano into the ring post in a suplex position. That was a very cool spot right there. That would have gotten a loud pop in Tampa if they had takeover there. Gargano gives Ciampa a suicide dive, and then Ciampa's lying on the ground. He mocks him. Gargano is clapping on the apron like this, very, very slowly. And then he starts patting himself on the back, just like that. Gargano hits Ciampa with a trash can lid, and then Gargano moments later hits a steel chair on the Ciampa's left arm and his back. At this point, Johnny is beating the shit out of Ciampa and starts trash talking. Ciampa counters and throws Gargano into a steel chair, which is hung up on the ring post. Second commercial. Ciampa holds onto a trash can lid and gives Gargano a running knee. He wraps a steel chair around Johnny's neck, and he throws Johnny into the ring post. So he's got the chair around his neck, and he throws Gargano into the post to damage his neck. Ciampa grabs his Camu crutch and says it brings back memories, and digs it right into the neck of Johnny Gargano. Gargano sprays a fire extinguisher into Ciampa. Then Ciampa powerbombs Gargano through a table. So you hear loud moaning from both Ciampa and Gargano. These guys are literally beating the living shit out of each other. Ciampa starts to take the ring apart. He cuts the strings and pulls the mat apart. Referee's like, "What are you doing? You don't gotta do this." And Ciampa says something like, "You don't know anything," or whatever. Then Johnny leaves the ring side. He goes outside and he throws some sort of cart into Ciampa. And then he throws Ciampa into the NXT production truck. And I put this in my notes. This was filmed at the Performance Center. Now, apparently, Triple H said that he was going to find a secret location for them, that only them two, himself and an official, would know where it is. And apparently, I don't think they found a place, so they filmed it. They filmed this at the Performance Center. Ciampa climbs on top of the truck and waits for Johnny Gargano. They brawl on top of the production truck. Gargano has in the Gargano escape. They're on the top. Gargano gives Ciampa a super kick after a series of punches. This was the third commercial break. We get back from commercial, and these guys are off the production truck, so we have no idea what happened at the end. So back inside, Ciampa screams, "It ends in here, Johnny," and Johnny jumps off some sort of ledge, and he jumps on the Ciampa, and Ciampa goes through the table. So that was a very nice spot. He didn't know where Johnny was, and Johnny capitalized on it. Now, besides the ending, this was the holy shit moment of the match. Ciampa and Gargano are on the top rope. Ciampa lifts up Johnny Gargano and gives him a white noise or a fisherman carry onto the floor. They're on the top rope and he jumped on the outside of the floor. And the floor had very little matting on it. So you could imagine how brutal that was for both Johnny and Ciampa. That was a holy shit moment. You guys were probably chanting holy shit when this moment happened right in front of your television, because I knew I was. That was literally the holy shit moment of the match. Gargano kicks out. Fourth commercial. Ciampa grabs the crutch and Gargano hits the trash can lid on Ciampa's knee. Gargano hits the lid onto Ciampa's back multiple times. Gargano gives Ciampa a super kick, and then Gargano says Ciampa is a failure as a man, a father, and a husband, and Ciampa is laughing at all of this. You gotta love Ciampa, man. You gotta love him. Ciampa unleashes on Gargano with his crush. Fifth commercial. So after he's beating him up with the crutch, we go to another commercial. This is the fifth and final commercial. Ciampa accidentally takes out the referee, so the referee is completely knocked down. We don't see him until the end of the match. Ciampa hits a draping DDT onto the exposed wood without the referee counting. Ciampa goes to hit Gargano with a part of his crutch, and he gets super kicked right in the face. Ciampa then kicks Gargano in the gut when he tries to hit him with the crutch. And then they both hit each other with pieces of the crutch at the same time. In walks Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano's wife. She's screaming. She says, "Stop." She says, "Who are you, Johnny? Who are you?" And tells Tomasso, "I hate my husband. Are you happy? Finish him, Tomasso. Finish him." So then Ciampa is hesitating, and he doesn't know what to do. And she says, "You're not going to finish him? Well, I will." She then kicks Johnny Gargano in the balls. Ciampa is literally stunned, and he's just sitting there. They then embrace. Johnny is crying. He is in tears. Ciampa is hugging Johnny Gargano, and they both say they are sorry. And then Johnny says, "I'm sorry too." And then, Candice LeRae kicks Ciampa right in the penis. She smiles back at Johnny Gargano while Johnny is smiling, and he pulls out a cup. So in this brown paper bag the whole time was a cup, and they were playing possum with Tommaso Ciampa, who acted like a dumb babyface. It's the dumb babyface syndrome, folks. He then says, "You lose." Johnny Gargano hits Fairy Tale Ending, which is Tommaso Ciampa's own finisher, and I wrote this in all caps. Johnny Gargano defeats Tommaso Ciampa thanks to him playing possum with his wife, Candice LeRae. LeRae and Gargano walk back to their car, and in another car is Killer Cross and Scarlett Bordeaux. So they make their on-screen television debut on NXT. Now, before I start comparing matches, I thought this was all fantastic. I thought everything about this match was fantastic besides the 5 commercials that we had during the match. The commercials kind of killed the vibe of the match, and if I was WWE, I would have paid the USA Network to make this match commercial free. A Johnny Gargano Tomasso Ciampa match does not deserve to have commercials in it. I'm sorry. But that was my only negative toward the match, was the commercials. Besides that, everything about this match was fantastic. Now, I went back today, before I did this video. I watched the Firefly Funhouse match, I watched this match, and I watched the Boneyard match. If you thought that the Firefly Funhouse match had a little bit too much comedy, it was a little too much, it was a little silly, for you guys to say, I thought it was really entertaining, I loved it. But if you guys thought that the Firefly Funhouse match was too silly, this is better than John Cena and Bray Wyatt. If you thought the Boneyard match was a little too dark, I guess, and had sound effects and was filmed like a movie, I don't know why you wouldn't like that, but if you guys thought the Boneyard match was too dark for whatever reason, then Johnny Gargano and Tomasso Ciampa was better than the Boneyard match. Going back and watching this again, people are comparing this to Edge and Randy Orton. I'm not even going to compare those two matches together, because Johnny Gargano and Tomasso Ciampa blow that match out of the water. I said it was a fun last man standing match, but this match is way better than the last man standing match. But going back and watching this match, going back and watching the WrestleMania matches, I did think that this match was better than the John Cena and Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse match. But I'm still giving it to the Boneyard match. I still think that the Boneyard match was better than this match. But I still love this match. Again, it only had one negative, which was the commercials. Everything else was fantastic. This might be one of the most shocking moments we see in 2020 in professional wrestling, believe it or not. This could be one of the most shocking match outcomes we've seen in professional wrestling. Now, Hunter said that this was the final battle, and that whatever happened after this, it's over, it's done with, never again. But this was not a clean finish, and feuds don't end on a clean finish. Is Tomasso Ciampa going to beg Triple H the next few weeks to have another match against Johnny Gargano after what happened in this match with Candice LeRae? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And if it doesn't happen, where does Tomasso Ciampa go from here? He's not going to the main roster. He said it himself that if he gets called up to the main roster, he's retiring. He's done. So he's not going up there. I don't know where Tomasso Ciampa goes after here. I'm very interested to see what happens. We could see Johnny and Ciampa again when things get better on a takeover stage, maybe SummerSlam weekend. I don't know. Now, where could Johnny and Candice LeRae go from here? Looks like they could be feuding with Killer Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. So that should be a really fun feud. And this will go down as one of the most shocking matches of 2020 and one of the most unforgettable matches of 2020. And I wouldn't even call this a review for NXT, even though I'm going to put it in the title. But this is my review for the Johnny Gargano Tomasso Ciampa match. Thank you guys for watching this so much. If you haven't already, subscribe right here on the Big Fight Feel channel. Again, if you missed any other content this week, make sure you go check them out. WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, Monday Night Raw, Dark Side of the Ring, and AEW Dynamite. Comment down below what you thought of NXT this week, more particularly this match. Like this video with a super kick. Follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph. Follow Eddie on Twitter at EddieMullen515. And I don't know if I'm going to do a video this weekend or not. I'm trying to take a break. Lots of wrestling, so I might just take this weekend off. And have a good day, guys.